hope it's all going well. Yes, today I am bringing you my September favourites, and this month it's all been about the face. Everything, well, I've got only a couple of eye products, pretty well everything else is to do with the face. And the reason for this is I have actually been travelling quite a bit this month. I've had conferences and training and all that sort of stuff, so I haven't had quite as much inclination to spend the time doing my eyes, basically just my mascara, etc. But I have still spent the time doing up my face properly, etc., so I still look professional. So that's pretty much the reason why everything's been about the face. I'll start off with what I would start off with normally during the day, and that's my moisturizer. Now, I've actually only had this for about 2 months now. It was the first time I've ever tried it, but it's the Neutrogena Oil-Free Moisture in Combination Skin. And yes, I am an oily monster, so that's the reason why I wanted an oil-free moisturizer. The weather has been, over the last month, particularly the last 2 weeks, really hot and sticky, very humid. We've even had a couple of summer storms, which are about a month and a half early, so we're thinking this year's going to be a bit of a doozy, but we'll see how we go. But so an oil-free moisturizer is a must for my skin, and usually over this I'll overlay something like Benefits Professional just to mattify everything back up again. But I love the feel of this on the skin. It's almost weightless, but it does keep my skin nice and moisturized without being greasy. The only thing I don't particularly like about it is the smell. It does have a bit of a medicinal smell. I can't really describe it, you know I'm terrible at smells, but that's the only thing I'm not a huge fan of is the scent that's on this. But it says it's clinically proven to normalize combination skin by moisturizing dry areas while controlling shine in oily areas. It's lightweight, non-greasy formulazer, moisturizes where skin is dry without leaving it oily or shiny. Now, I only have maybe 2 spots on my face which aren't oily, and that's this area here of my lower cheek and jaw area. They tend to get a bit dry, but everything else on my face gets oily. So I'm primarily an oily skin with a couple of dry areas, but I still try and get combination skin moisturizers just for those couple of areas down here, because otherwise I do break out pretty badly. Next I will talk about my makeup removing wipes. Now, because I have been traveling quite a lot, these have gotten a fair old use. In fact, I've just repurchased them. And that's because when I'm at home I obviously use like a makeup remover and washes and stuff, but when I'm traveling around I generally use the wipes. But they are the Neutrogena Makeup Remover Cleansing Towelettes Night Calming. And I swear by these. They are pretty well the only makeup removing wipes I use. They get everything off except for my mascara, because mascara clings to my eyelashes like there's no tomorrow. But everything else, it will take it off pretty well straight away, and it does have a soothing chemical. I'm assuming it's something like chamomile or something like that to soothe the skin. But absolutely love them, and I swear by them, and until I find something better I will keep repurchasing those. In terms of foundation, I've been really loving my Revlon Color Stay Combination Oily Skin, and I got it in the colour Nude. Now, this is actually too light for me, which is a bit of unfortunate, and in Australia, Revlon makeup is actually really expensive. Like, the Color Stay here is $36 in Australia, which is just obscene because I know it's something probably like $15 in the Northern Hemisphere, but so I was a bit disappointed I got it in too light a colour, but it's close enough that I can get away with it by just dusting, contouring my face really well with bronzers and that sort of stuff, so I bring my skin tone back up again. But I love the formula on this. The coverage is great. I just apply it with my beauty blender. Lasts all day. And the best thing about it, in my opinion, is the fact that the bottle has a pump. So it is no mess, which for traveling is what you want, because when you're traveling you don't want the bottle to break open and makeup goes all through your bag. So really, really like the packaging of this. I thought they did very well. And yes, it lasts all day, which is what you want when you're traveling. What's next? I'll probably do the 3 eye products I've got just to get them out of the way. I've rediscovered my love for my NYX Jumbo eye pencils, and this is probably because I bought a bunch more, which I talked about in a recent haul of mine. I'll put the link up here for it. But these are actually two of my old jumbo pencils that I had before that. The first one is gold, and funny enough, it's just a beautiful gold colour. And it's almost a deep gold. It's almost like an orangey gold as opposed to a bright yellow gold. But I like that because I tend to use a lot of bronzers and I suppose deeper golds on my eyes as opposed to yellow golds because I find they go better with my skin tone, and this just acts as a perfect base for them. And then the other one is everybody's favourite, which is Milk, which is just a matte white. And it, as a base, it makes every single colour you could possibly have incredibly vibrant, stays on forever, and its pigmentation is awesome. So I really like it. And the best thing I find about it is when you apply it and you pat it out, it gets all tacky, which really makes your eyeshadow stick to it well. So love it. And then the other eye product is just a mascara, and it's my Maybelline New York, the Colossal Volume Express. And this isn't one I'd really heard much about, but I actually bought it on a whim because I'd forgotten my mascara when I went travelling, and I bought this, and honestly it's brilliant. I don't know why there's not more reviews about it, honestly, but, or maybe there is, I just haven't seen them. But it's quite a large brush, and the bristles are a synthetic bristle, but what I like about them is they're very fine, so there's a lot of them, but they're not compacted together, if that makes sense. They're all separated, but there's a lot of them. And so for my eyelashes, because they're quite dense, this just coats them beautifully. It gets in all the nooks and crannies, and just in a couple of swipes, every single lash is coated. The formula's great. It lasts all day. I'm lucky. Mascara generally works pretty well for me. My eyelashes aren't too fussy on mascara, but it does give me good volume. Doesn't do much in the way of lengthening, but considering that this was just a random pull off the shelf and hope it works, I was very happy with it. Okay, the other products, well, I've got one lip product, and it's actually the product I've got on my lips at the moment, and it is a Rimmel Lasting Finish lipstick in Casbah 276. So, I did get this in that most recent haul, which I put a link to it previously, and for me, I love this colour. It's amazing. It's almost like a bronzy pink, but it's a perfect mix between red, brown, and pink. And excuse the writing on my hand. I've been doing work. Yeah, it's beautiful. It does last a lot longer if I put a lip liner with it. I have noticed, even though it's a lasting finish lipstick, the lasting power on these isn't as good as some other brands, but hey, for a couple of bucks, I'm not going to complain about it, and the colour is absolutely gorgeous. I tend to wear these just in their own. I don't put a lip gloss over the top, because they've got sort of, it's a semi-matte finish, so there's a slight shine to them, so it looks natural, and that's what I prefer. I don't like purely matte or purely glossy lip colours. I like them to be sort of natural, so your lips but better. And that's really what this colour is all about. And then the last products are all to do with cheeks, and I'll start with the blush. Is my Coralista box of powders from Benefit, and I'm pretty sure this is featured in more than one of my favourites, but you get the brush. It's just the most perfect coral peachy pink colour ever made, and I mean that in the best sense of the word. It is just perfect. So I'm pretty sure I've swatched this on more than one occasion, but that's okay. Let me give you another one just to give you an idea. So there it is there. Just perfect. And because we're in spring, I've been wearing this almost non-stop. I've been, it was the main powder I took with me when I went travelling around. I had one other, I was trying out Rocketeur, and honestly, they came up with the most perfect blush. There's no other way to talk about it. So, yes, absolutely love this blush, and I've been wearing it non-stop. In terms of my contouring, this is actually a deluxe sample size that I got in, I think it might have been a Sephora Superstars box, or it might have been their Glow to Go or Go to Glow pack. I can't remember. Anyway, It's the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil Matte Bronzing Powder, and this one I'm pretty sure is in light to medium. And honestly, I think I like this bronzing powder better than Benefit's Hoola, and that's saying something because I'm a huge fan of that bronzing powder. But this one, it is just beautiful. And the thing I like about it most, it smells like chocolate. So I'm putting it on my face. I'm like, okay, I'm a sweet tooth. I want to eat some chocolate now. But what I've been doing is I've been using this brush here, which is the e.l.f. blush brush. And the reason why I like it, it's quite small, but it's got a tapered tip on the end. And it actually is quite pointy right at the tip. And so to get a sharp contour, I've been sort of dipping it in just on the tip of it and then working it right into the contour line right here. Get quite a sharp edge along the bottom, and then I'll blend it out later on with the blush. So I generally put the bronzer on first and then put the blush over the top and then blend it all in. And honestly, this brush I'm really a fan of. I would actually highly recommend it if you're after a good small blush brush. I actually have a couple of these now. They are very good. And yes, so this bronzer, love it, and it smells delicious, which is always a plus. And then the last thing is, again, from Benefit. A few Benefit things, I suppose only two. But it is their Sunbeam Highlighter. And I actually only recently got this about a month ago, but I've been using it pretty well non-stop. It's beautiful. And I hadn't actually had any of their mini deluxe sizes. Most of the other products I've been able to try, but this is the only one that I've never had, and I actually purchased it full size. But truly, it's beautiful. Essentially, it's just a gold highlighter. So you get your brush like this, and I'll put it on the other hand so that I get a bit more of a idea. So you put it on like that, and then you blend it out, and it just gives, I'm not sure if you can see, but just a beautiful bronzy gold glow. And that's the only word for it, is glow. It is stunning. So I always use it on my tops of cheeks, but also up in the brow bone. I actually put a little bit here and in Cupid's bow. And honestly, it's beautiful. It goes on so easy. It's really easy to blend into your skin. The only thing I will say is in hot weather, it doesn't last as long because it is more of a cream to liquid highlighter as opposed to a powder. So it will rub off and wear away or sweat off. So you will have to reapply it. But so far, I've been able to get away with it because we're not obviously in peak summer yet. It is only spring, even though it hasn't felt like it lately. But yes, I've always been a fan of this, and I like their little catchphrase. It's like a warm ray of light. This golden bronze highlighter gives you a natural looking sun-kissed radiance. So it's actually pretty accurate. It really does. It's if you're looking for a bronzed up beach face, I'd highly recommend having one of these. So yes, that does my September favourites. I cannot believe that we are at the end of September. This year is just flying. It's less than 6 months to the wedding. Whew. Anyway, yes, so thank you very much for watching this video. If you have any comments at all, please leave below. You know, I'm always interested to hear about your thoughts and what your favourites are for your month, particularly as you travel around through the seasons. So yes, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.